The Fallschirmjagergewehr 42, the Gewehr of the Fallschirmjagers. At first I really hated using this gun, but as I used it more and more and completely minted it, it began to really grow on me, much unlike the brand in my last video, which I still despise to this day. Now despite the 20 round magazine and the higher rate of fire, it does surprisingly well in CQC and out to mid-range in firefights, and because of that, it drove me to create this video on the history of the FG42. Hey everyone, what's going on? Christopher, the video game historian here, and as you've seen from this title and thumbnail, this video is going to be all about the history of one of the better light machine guns in Battlefield 5, the Fallschirmjagergewehr 42, or in English as the FG42 light machine gun. This weapon was designed and created in 1942 specifically for the Fallschirmjager airborne unit of the German military. It was chambered in 8mm Mauser, weighed roughly 10 pounds unloaded, and had an overall length of 37.20 inches. It had an effective range of 1640 feet with a muzzle velocity of 2400 feet per second, shooting around 750 rounds per minute. It was a selective fire gas operated rifle that could shoot from either a closed or open bolt. Now, prior to the development of this rifle, Fallschirmjagers were equipped with MP40 submachine guns, MG34 medium machine guns, and Kar 98K rifles. Now, while these guns were all good and did what they were supposed to, they were however dropped separately from the parachuters in supply canisters, and as you can imagine, even in the German military, nothing really ever goes according to plan. These canisters would end up dropping in areas far away from the landing zone of the Fallschirmjagers, and during the Battle of Crete, this proved to be disastrous. Now, the Germans would eventually go on to win that battle and create multiple war crimes, but the episode left the Fallschirmjagers wanting something better. Fortunately for them, they were unique in the fact that they could procure weapons independently from the rest of the military and even develop their own weapons, and that's exactly what they did. The powers that be wanted to create a lightweight rifle that could be easily transported, gave the soldiers enough firepower to be a supportive weapon that could be dropped with the soldiers on airborne operations and to be fired from the shoulder. Not only that, but this new rifle was required to be selective fire, firing from a closed bolt in semi-automatic and from an open bolt in fully automatic to keep the barrel from overheating. It also needed to be chambered in the 8mm Mauser caliber, have a foldable bayonet and bipod, have a detachable box magazine, and to be no longer or heavier than a standard Kar 98K with a rate of fire similar to that of the MP40. Somehow Rheinmetall Borsig was able to fit all these requirements into just one design, and like that, the FG42 was born. The first batch of rifles produced featured a stamped metal buttstock, a long stroke gas piston, and a steeply canted grip angle. After a few thousand were produced, the gun began to show some issues. For one, it was just too lightweight, and as a result, was too hard to keep under control during full automatic firing. The bipod was also fragile and rattled around, and the gun was just too inaccurate. When the second set of rifles was later produced, the design was modified and the issues were rectified. The metal buttstock was replaced by a wooden one with the recoil spring extending into it. The bipod was moved up to the muzzle from the middle of the barrel and prolonged, while additional weight was given to the gun to make it more controllable in full auto. The rate of fire was decreased somewhat and a gas regulator was added. The iron sights were also made to be flipped down if the user desired to add an optional optic to the gun. Now, throughout the war, this rifle would see limited and sporadic uses throughout the Western Front. When the Fallschirmjagers were eventually grounded, they continued to use these new rifles in many of their battles. However, production of the FG42 would come to a halt quickly due to the complexity of the rifle and how expensive it was to manufacture. Only about 9,000 of these guns were ever made. Eventually, production resources would switch over to the cheaper and easier to manufacture Sturmgewehr 44, which would end up replacing many of the FG42s in service. Anyway, that's all I have on the FG42 and its history, as I wanted to keep this video short. In many ways, this rifle would become the first true assault rifle, even before the STG-44, with many features being taken away from this particular weapon for use in modern assault rifles today. Anyway, what do you all think about this particular weapon? Is it your support main, or do you prefer something else? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video and the birds that were chirping in the background due to an open window, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media with Twitter and Facebook, and until next time, I'll see you all on the battlefield.